Hey, this is Stephen Platinum, your friend in wrestling with Platinum versus NXT. This is from 8/17, August 17th, 2021. A very, 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 very good go-home show. Though it's inexplicable that they had Dragunov lose last week, and because they opened, very strange. Roderick Strong against Dragunov. They're staring each other down. Dragunov, of course, is going to be taking on Walter. God help him. Really good match, back and forth, and then Dragunov wins with Torpedo Moscow. Odd. He starts screaming for Walter to come to the ring, but Walter never appears. Trust me, we're all looking forward to that match on Sunday. Samoa Joe in the parking lot, walk into the building. We got a preview of Adam Cole against Kyle O'Reilly. Awesome. It's a really lengthy kind of preview, really, really cool. 2 out of 3 falls match will start as a standard fall, won by pin or submission. That's what O'Reilly chose. Second fall, street fight, chosen by Cole. And third will be in a steel cage, if needed, as instructed by William Regal. Super cool. Go back to the ring. Here comes Hit Row. We love them. Putting over their thing with Phantasma. And really, 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 really good. I just love the promo. Swerve saying the beef with Legado del Fantasma has reached on-site level. I thought was really cool. Santos interrupts on the screen. Basically, come meet us in the parking lot. So Swerve goes out there, which is baby faces are dumb. But no. But Wild and Mendoza try to attack, but Swerve is ready for it. But Swerve gets beaten down. They're going for that mouth, man. Holy moly. Top Dollar and Adonis run out, and they fight, but they get taken out. B-Fab approaches Escobar with a weapon to distract him. Hit Row turns it around, gets the upper hand. It all looks good. They take the grill back from Santos's pocket, and Hit Row leaves Escobar laying as they walk off together. So we get a video from earlier, apparently, of $1 million champ LA Knight at a gym with his butler, Cameron Grimes. Knight mentions that he's, going to be taking on Grimes, of course, at TakeOver 36. It'll be great to have Ted DiBiase as his butler. Knight goes over to Josh Briggs and offers him $10,000 to take Grimes out tonight and hurt him before TakeOver 36. Aha! Back from the break, Imperium is backstage. Walter says tonight is not about he and Dragunov, it's about Barthel and Fabian, right? They need to prove the world doesn't need MSK and how teams like MSK don't belong in the ring, etc., etc. Great promo, great setup for TakeOver, of course. Cameron Grimes versus Josh Briggs. Josh Briggs definitely going to try to hurt him. Briggs unloads in the corner and stomps on Grimes. DiBiase challenges Knight to double up on the $10,000 bet. Grimes mounts some offense, but Briggs catches his top rope crossbody. Grimes is really playing the part of the babyface really great here. That big crossbody in midair looked really great when he hit it, and then he hits the cave-in. So no collecting there. DiBiase taunts Knight over their bet. Knight assaults Ted in his chair, which a little bit of a shocking spot. I think really cool. More heat on this match. Indy Hartwell is backstage talking to Gargano and LeRae about her date with Dexter Lumis, but Gargano's grossed out. They're thinking of getting matching tattoos. All that kind of annoying dating love stuff. Gargano asks Lumis how the cake to his face was last week. Indy says he liked it just fine and even had room for pie. Oh my God, hideous. Everybody's disgusted except for the people that should be. Dexter Lumis and Indy Hartwell. Back from the break, Mitchell is with Io Shirai and Zoe Stark, who are the NXT Women's Tag Champions. They're trying to create a bond and get along, according to Mackenzie. Zoe talks about their differences, and they said the friendship won't happen overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day. Io interrupts, says it's not about them, it's about defending the titles, and walks off. They got some work to do in that regard, I guess. Jessica Mia and Robert Stone. Oh, Robert Stone getting in there against Dexter Lumis and Indy Hartwell. Mixed tag, Monet gets involved. Referee ejects Monet. We go to commercial and we come back, and then they finish the match, and the right team wins. And you could probably guess who that is. Most definitely Indy Hartwell, sorry, and Dexter Lumis win, much to the delight of everybody. Camilla tapping out at the end of it, as Lumis applies silence to Stone at ringside, and Indy has it locked in on Camilla. Camilla taps out. Really cool. Indy crawls towards the ropes. Lumis slithers in the ring, and they stare at each other, and oh boy. Indy goes back in the ring and drops to one knee and proposes to Lumis. What the hell? Fans are chanting yes. Lumis nods his head yes, and Indy places the engagement ring on his finger and kisses Lumis, and they start celebrating as Beth screams about having a wedding to plan. It's fun, and it's stupid, and it's wonderful. And then we see NXT champion Karrion Kross arriving to the building. Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez are going to sit down for an interview. Mackenzie stops Roderick Strong and asks about the loss to Dragunov. Bivens cuts Mackenzie off and says she's not to speak to Strong. Bivens says as far as he's concerned, this match never happened because Dragunov is a heavyweight, not a cruiserweight. Bivens reminds us Strong sells a title shot with Kushida. He says Mackenzie has his number and better not approach Strong next time. Diamond Mind walks off. So we get some back and forth about Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. It's really great. They've built up the match well. It's good. It's presented as like, I'm really upset and this match is going to matter, which is what you want. NXT Breakout Tournament semifinals. Is it going to be Carmelo Hayes or Duke Hudson going to the finals at TakeOver to take on Odyssey Jones? We have a good match here, pretty good match. And at the end of the day, Carmelo Hayes wins with a flying leg drop to the back of the neck. So Hayes is interviewed. Odyssey Jones comes out. We get the stare down. That's what we want. New vignette for JC Jane, apparently to go along with the recent vignette from Gigi Dolan. She tells the rest to step aside or become roadkill because she and Dolan are not going to be silenced. They've been caged far too long, etc., etc. MSK backstage, warming up for their title defense. Back to commercial. Back from the break, Cameron Grimes is recovering in the trainer's room. Ted DiBiase walks up, apologized for putting Grimes in this position. So maybe they bit off more than they can chew. I like it, a little bit of tension. Grimes gets hyped up and says Ted gave him the chance to become the $1 million champion, but sadly he dropped the ball. Grimes goes on, gets really fired up, saying he's going to become the $1 million champion, and he and Ted DiBiase go straight to the moon as $1 million champions. Ted does his signature laugh and says that's his Grimes. It's really great. Joe and Cross are going to face off later. They really promote that well. Imperium against MSK. Here we go. It's what you want it to be. Really great match. Go out of your way to watch it. But at the end of it, they shut down the European bomb attempt, and MSK hits a double team from the corner and retain their titles. Walter is pissed. MSK is celebrating. Walter attacks Dragunov while he's down at ringside. Lee attacks Walter, but he takes Lee out with ease. Walter then destroys Carter with a big power bomb. Dragunov attacks Walter at ringside. I don't know if I would have done this. Do they really need to do this to promote this fight that everybody wants to see? I don't think so. And I feel like, we're going to have a big brawl between Samoa Joe. I didn't think it was a great booking call, honestly. Back from the break, we get Dunn and Holland. They warn Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa. And let what happened to Dragunov last week be a reason why they shouldn't come after them in Holland, etc., etc., etc. They go over the TakeOver 36 card. It looks stellar. It looks really, really great. Samoa Joe comes out to a pop. Karrion Kross is there. They brawl. Crowd's chanting NXT. Kross and Joe are down at ringside with a bunch of security guards by the end of it, and that's all she wrote. Powerful stuff. Great take-home show. Looking forward to that TakeOver.